Imagine it is a night and out here you don't know anything, you're just sleeping, and there only you hear a bomb attack coming towards your country. You see destruction every single where, and after some times you open up the television and there are news surfacing that US has captured, or should I say kidnapped, your president and his wife and abducted it and taken it to New York City. Not just that, you see videos, your president has been handcuffed out there, and not just that, Donald Trump has been monitoring the whole Venezuelan operation. In one night, US Army comes to your place and takes away all the oil asset of the country. In one night, the country comes, the US military comes to your country and devastate your country's economy like anything, destabilish it like anything, and then US President Donald Trump's claims about peace talks, claims about non-violence, things like Gandhi and all of it. Donald Trump has become the most double-faced leader of the world till now. Yes, not just that. I would like to tell you what really happened. You know, Venezuela and US were having problems since a very long time. Donald Trump wanted Venezuela president, who was Maduro, what he wanted him to resign. Not just that, he claimed that Maduro was a part of narcotics. He used to sell illegal drugs to US. He used to sell, or should I say send, illegal immigrants to US so that there could be destruction, there could be crime rates, getting up, there could be terrorism and so many other things out there. But US president just kidnapped, or should I say abducted, a president like this, and it is nothing but a crime. You're not allowed to do it. Matlab, when you come up with a thing that I want to solve the war, and then on the other hand you just kidnap some country's president out there. World leaders have been devastated on this entire thing. Vladimir Putin has come up with this whole statement saying that it was nothing but aggression. Then you see Iraq has come up with this whole thing that it was a violent attack. Then Brazil has come up with this whole thing that it was aggressive, and on the other hand it was also violent enough. All these leaders who are being allies with Venezuela, like China, Iraq and Russia, has clearly slammed that entire thing. But on the other hand, you would see that how pseudo European Union is acting on this entire matter. You know what European Union said out there, that we would restrain these things and we weren't knowing about all of this, what was happening. That was a big lie. Not just that, UK Prime Minister Steve, he came up with this whole thing that we were not a part of this whole Venezuela operation. Donald Trump executed it on its own. Donald Trump has been a greedy man who always have a business sense. He always wanted to capture different countries and take over it for their refined resources and material out there. It is not the first time Donald Trump has done it. Donald Trump engaged with Israel throughout the war with Gaza only because so that they can get the oil reserves of Gaza. They can make a real estate business at Gaza like anything. That's why they were there with Israel, supporting Israel for so long. They wanted to capture Gaza City and make it into a real estate business like anything. Same happens with and out here in Venezuela as well. So Donald Trump comes up with a thing that Venezuelan president, he was not a nice man. He was, taking away the money of the Venezuela crowd out there. He used to support the Donald Trump used to support the opposition out there who actually won the election, but this man Maduro out there illegally captured the election and then became the president. But whatsoever it was, he was the head of state, and you cannot just go and kidnap him. If you're going to do things like that, then there's no reason why we have bodies like UN, International Criminal Court, and all of it. This is so it makes no reason. If it has to be executed in the same manner, then imagine one day Russia has attacked Ukraine, and out there in the whole time, Putin just abducted Zelensky and his wife, and take him away to Moscow and then interrogate him out there and all of it. This is illegal. It's a crime which US President Donald Trump has done right now, and this is how You see, these Western organizations are covering this whole crime up. They're not seeing anything. These were the only countries who have staged so many protests against India. Those who have staged tariffs against India for buying oil just because Russia was involved into the entire thing and the war was going between Russia and Ukraine. This was the same countries who were standing with Israel when Gaza was, under the whole surface and all of it. So these countries have been so silent on this act, and that is what making us curious right now. Well, on the other hand, I would also tell you that the people in Venezuela are really happy of the fact that president have been gone and there would be a new president. And from the opposition, the lady, she's very good. In fact, Donald Trump has, come up with good deeds about the lady and everything, because Maduro wasn't a nice man. If you see, he used to loot public's revenue. He used to decentralize the economy of Venezuela. Not just that, he was a criminal as well. He used to provide drugs and illegal immigrants to different Western countries. So he wasn't a nice man. We have also seen celebration out there in Venezuela after it. But whatsoever it was, the whole act of US has given this whole idea and provocation, and should I say encouragement, to a lot of countries who are thinking to do things in this manner. We have entered into an age where developed country like US has just crossed every single limit of international affairs and international rules and regulation. The way they have done it, it is something which is right now, heinous enough, and none of the UN body and none of the international bodies are coming up with anything. Imagine if US has done, imagine if Russia have done it. They would have again imposed 75% tariff on India. They would have done so many things, and same guy Donald Trump would just go on White House and come up with such big speeches and NATO and everything. But right now everybody is just silent. People are like, we don't know about this whole thing. How do you know? How do you not know about this whole thing? US has been coming up with a war to Venezuela. What if Venezuelan military attack on US, then what will happen? I'll tell you what, all of them are under NATO. If US military would be attacked, then there would be other Western countries who are the part of NATO would, put defense ties and put up defense cover out there for US. So basically everybody knew what is happening, but it was just a blabbering thing and they were just covering it up and nothing more. That's all for today. Let's just see what happens in and out with Venezuela operation, and how does Donald Trump react on the entire situation, and how does international bodies take care of it. Are they still going to cover it, or there would be a step taken against Donald Trump? For all these geopolitical scoop poop, do not forget to like, share and subscribe Global Shark. Thank you so much for watching us. This was Shivchitranshi. Thank you, and keep visiting our page. Thank you so much.